Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. It's me, TK, your coach on the rocks. Lovely to see you, and hopefully, you're having a wonderful day in a wonderful week. Today, I want to talk about hopefully another interesting situation. You know what? Sometimes I feel like I'm having the same conversations multiple times over, and probably I have myself to blame. So, years ago, with a different team, with different people, I had a conversation about ambiguity when it comes to products and what we're selling. And there was a person saying, well, TK, how does it work exactly? I don't get it, and so on and so forth. And I say, well, okay, that's fine. I understand that you don't feel comfortable with this particular product or, being able to sell it. I think we've got enough, but, I'm happy to work with you to get there. And I ran into this situation again, right? But what's interesting is I think it's perfectly normal to have that. I think it's perfectly normal that some of us feel more comfortable with more ambiguity. Some need more detail. And, this is perfectly fine. What I think is necessary in these situations is the fact that we speak about it openly. Because you've got, on one hand, some people thinking that the people that are comfortable with risk and ambiguity are too casual about it and are not, spending time researching, spending time designing, spending time putting the detail in. On the other hand, the casuals, the ones that are winging it a bit too much in the other people's mind, are thinking, well, okay, so what's the point of spending so much time? Whereas actually we don't need it now. There's other things to do. It's still going to change, especially, with the reaction of the market. So why should we spend so much time doing that? And both of these are assumptions. Both of these are maybe going too far in their own respective views. But that would be fine. The real problem is when we try to think that the other person should know what we're thinking, right? What is our position, right? Oh, isn't that obvious to you? No, it isn't. It isn't obvious to people, especially the ones that are doing things differently, are having a different mindset. I'm not judging it right or wrong because it's all a matter of perspective. But one thing that we can be missing is if we're not exposing this perspective to others, right? It's okay if someone feels uncomfortable in a sales meeting, being face to face with people when they have to wing it. It's okay if someone else feels constricted if they need to come up with something without actually talking to real clients. And, both of them are important to acknowledge. Both of these positions and other positions and other situations, I think the important part is we show empathy to the other, but also show humility and maybe some vulnerability by saying, yes. And for instance, for me, it might be fear. For the other, it might be, well, I can't be asked to do some things, right? Because, I don't want to spend too much time and it's a lot of tedium and so on. And it's okay if you're feeling brave, you should probably talk about it because then the other person can actually show empathy towards what you're feeling at the moment. It might not be rational, but if you want to be a good team player or especially a great leader, you shouldn't feel afraid to show some vulnerability. And yes, there always will be ambiguity, but as always, you could say the truth is somewhere in the middle. And it isn't actually important where the truth lies. What is important is that we all understand each other's needs in a team and an organization to be able to empathize with them instead of blaming the other person to have different views. I am so lucky to work in Humble Associates because we've actually managed to have a constructive conversation about it and we resolved it and, took action. It's just such a great place to be in, such a great team to have. And hi, my wonderful team. that we can have these conversations and we're not afraid to say, look, right, there are particular personal reasons and particular fears that we have why this thing manifests. And if you can have that, you can solve any problem. I wish that you could build or be a part of teams like that. And it's all up to you, because whatever the position you have, whatever the situation you have, you can build a team your way. Even if it takes time, if you don't have the authority to do that, I'm sure you can take action. I'll leave you with that, and I hope to see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.